खबर आपको बताते हैं। भारत के सबसे बड़े फाइनेंशियल मार्केट प्लेस में इस दोपहर कुछ स्पेशल होने जा रहा है।
2 पेज और दे दे यार अरुण जी।
मैं कहता था यार अरुण, तू मुझे ऐसे दबा के मार देना चाहता तो मार।
To start a news magazine in the middle of the emergency, sort of suicidal, let me say.
Threatened us. You have a press, we can shut it down.
India Today was setting another benchmark. It has started the first opinion poll in the country.
And that's when a lot of the credibility of India Today got built. That, okay, this is a magazine to be taken seriously.
I'd like to welcome Group Chairman, India Today Group Chairman, Mr. Arun Puri, Vice Chairman and Executive Editor-in-Chief, India Today Group, Kalli Purie, Dinesh Bhatia, Group CEO, India Today Group, and Mr. Ashish Kumar Chauhan, MD and CEO of the National Stock Exchange, to join us on stage as we count down to the ceremonial ringing of the bell. I'd also like to invite Mr. Chauhan to say a few words about this remarkable partnership. Mr. Chauhan.
Good afternoon. It's very rare that you can speak when journalists are listening, but that is how the situation has come up. And 50 years is a very long time for any organization to survive, to evolve, to sustain. Itself is a testament to the concept, to the ideas, and more importantly, how do you evolve that mind that is resilient and still evolving with new technologies. 50 years from print to television, to many television channels, to business channels, and now through social media, through web. And the same people, same team doing that is amazing. And for me, literally we all grew up reading India Today, and now we actually go to sleep watching Aaj Tak. And so that is what tells you that honest journalism has a place in life, and in the life of AI, life with AI, the differential between truth and untruth is very small. People will be able to create things which you have not done, which has happened to me before. And so for me, the outcome is going to be, in a way, not expected. The outcome is that people are going to go to the trusted sources more often, because the distrust is going to be the name of the game. And I think here is to next 50 years for India Today Group. So thank you, Mr. Puri, and the entire team for serving the nation so well. Thank you.
Mr. Puri, could I please invite you to join us and say a few words as well?
Mr. Chauhan, good afternoon. This is a very special significance to being at NSE today. A nation's health depends upon its financial strength, and this strength has to be institutionalized. Institutions like the NSE build that strength. Institutions like India Today safeguard it with truth, transparency, and trust. It's the same values which NSE adheres to. And today, this coming together is a moment of purpose. Today's bell ringing is symbolic in many ways for us. At the NSE, a bell marks the trading day. For us, it marks the India Today Group's journey from a magazine born in December 1975. From that very first edition, our mission was clear: to hold up a mirror to the nation, to pursue truth with courage, and to document India as it was, as it is, and as it aspires to be. 50 years later, that mission has not endured, but it has thrived. Today, journalism at the India Today Group is digitally empowered, where storytelling transcends platforms and where credibility and candid, constructive conversations, not clicks and TRPs, become the most valuable currency. We carry forward the same promise that defined us in 1975. To always ask the difficult questions, to always stand tall in the face of power, to always serve the people of India with integrity and courage. Thank you to our readers, our viewers, and the extraordinary teams who pour their passion into this institution every single day. To all of you, I offer my deepest gratitude. Thank you, NSE, for this honor. Thank you, India, for 50 remarkable years. The bell we ring today is for the next chapter for India and for India today. Institutions like the NSE power the nation's economic growth. Journalism powers a nation's conscience. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Puri. We'd like to show all of you an excerpt of the documentary just before we move into the ceremonial ringing, as we're still a few minutes away. But perhaps while we're doing a quick sort of rehearsal,
this is a magazine to put things in perspective, to give clarity.
Yeah, take
Our
a few
idea
minutes
was
to do
that
that.
India needs Indian characters. So it's really holding a mirror up to society.
And there was hunger and there was pride that Indian journalists should also be able to go and do these things. So you could see the change.
India Today was a startup before the word startup was actually invented.
To my surprise, the office was it was a small slit. We reported, edited our stories, went to the press, pasted up the magazine, took our own pictures, and we made up the pages. So can you imagine the excitement?
It was a new kid on the block. It was the answer to what was very staid journalism in those days.
This was the sexiest place to be if you were a journalist, such a powerful institution, that the thing that journalists need most of all, that is access. That was guaranteed if you worked for India Today. It opened every door for you. It's an institution with a mission.
India Today is about also capturing moments or personalities that move you.
India Today loved you back. It shouted at you, scolded you, whatever, but it loved you back. It made you feel that you were doing something useful. You are able to hold the reader's hand and, tell him and her, hey, this is what happened. And this is what is likely to happen.
The week ended and India Today was about to hit the stands. It quickened the pulse.
At India Today, we were writing the first draft of history.
The moment you read the magazine, you got this sense of freshness that it was something that was chasing change. And you wanted to be a part of it.
People had their domains and there were only 6 or 7 people who had to do everything.
It was the apex of Indian journalism without any exception.
We will always have that red frame in some way or the other.
And on a newsstand, whatever is in red frame is India Today.
So of course India Today has become much more than just the magazine.
India Today is a visual history of India, story that matters to the country. This is not a nation that sits quiet.
The fact that it's 50 years itself is very big, but I think India Today is one of those products in Indian journalism which had outsized influence.
We had to also put in a lot of field work, a lot of research, because you're actually analyzing and reporting a headline which will only hit the stands 14 days later.
So you went really, trial by fire for every story. I think that's why it was India Today. And
AP used to say, hit left, hit right, hit center, but do your homework.
Stories are not just about hard news. India Today is about also capturing moments or personalities that move you.
Arun Puri would ask me, पहला paragraph क्या होगा cover story का? Tell me the first paragraph. What is the headline? We used to discuss the headline first before the story was discussed. So ultimately, you will be able to grab the attention of the reader by the headline.
Arun at that time, every page had to go to him wherever he was in the world, and he had to approve the page before it would go to the press. Every story had to be approved by him, so he was absolutely hands-on.
I mean, there is great debate, there is great arguments happening, and at the end, everybody walks out smiling and laughing because it is all for the benefit of the magazine.
Its words were taken far more seriously than any other publication. People swore by it, and I have many examples to prove that.
In journalism, your reputation is one of your biggest assets. One of India Today's greatest achievements is that it's created media brands across platforms and across languages and across these 50 years.
One of my own mantras is that always be aware of your changing environment and always keep evolving.
He wanted to make sure that if India Today lent its name to a TV channel, that the TV channel would be true to the spirit of India Today. India Today Group has not expanded out or diversified into any other industry, so that we don't have soft spots. We don't have places where we need to compromise because of other commercial interests.
There's no reason why next 50 years should not be built from here.
I read in AP's letter of the editor, and I think it is the letter of the editor when India Today becomes weekly from fortnightly. And the line says, men age, magazines don't. So thank you, AP, for giving us that one big mantra that will always lead this group into, I hope, the next 50 years. And thank you for giving us the framework that you have, that we can be here today standing with our head tall and our spine firm.
I hope that gave you a good idea of the kind of journey the group has seen over the last 50 years. I think we've all experienced it over the last few decades. It's been an integral part of who we are and how we've grown up along with India's story in this last half a century. We're gearing up, of course, for the final countdown, as we are going to be here for the momentous ceremonial bell ringing this afternoon. Just 2-3 minutes to go. And remember, this is historic on so many fronts. The NSE bell is an icon that resonates with the rich tradition of the exchange. And for us to be here on the occasion of 50 years of the India Today Group is something that is going to be a huge milestone. Joining us, of course, for the ceremony, as we all know, and for those of you who have joined in, Chairman of the India Today Group, Mr. Arun Puri. We have, of course, the Executive Chairman of the India Today Group and the Chief Editor, Ms. Kalli Puri, Dinesh Bhatia, the CEO and MD, and Ashish Kumar Chauhan, the MD and CEO of the National Stock Exchange, who've all been very patiently waiting for it to really count down to 3:30 so they get the opportunity to kick off that historic ceremony of ringing the National Stock Exchange bell. Remember, the bell stands and is an embodiment of the NSE, and the fact that the NSE, an institution which has also been such a critical part of India's economic growth story, just brings to you how two enormous behemoths that have been an integral part of this journey are coming together today. And that's really what we're seeing here on stage with, of course, all of the group chairmen joining us right now. I want to take a look at the timer. We're at 3:28, and we have, of course, at the India Today Group and on the behalf of our Business Today team, been tracking all the market action as well as NSE's phenomenal growth. Mr. Chauhan, the Nifty 50 continues to be an icon, of course, in terms of how it's a representative of fueling economic momentum and market confidence. And as long as we are seeing an unfolding of a new chapter, both in the markets, we're also looking forward to an unfolding of a new chapter when it comes to the India story journey and, of course, the role that we have to play in it as the India Today group and the kind of reporting and the credibility that we continue to bring to the table. Remember, the true hallmark of the group, and as you saw in the documentary as well, is the kind of trust and transparency it's continued to be known for. And that's something that viewers continue to come back to us for time and again. And that really brings together the India Today group and the National Stock Exchange here this week. 57 seconds, counting down the last minute to go. Markets, while they may have been quiet, overall we're expecting a lot of celebration and cheer as we celebrate 50 years. 26,000 on the Nifty. Okay, so I think the Nifty is also celebrating with us today after a quiet week. 0.5% higher today. Celebrating a huge milestone, celebrating the NSE and the India Today group coming together for the historic ceremonial bell ringing. 30 seconds now as we count down, and I hope all of you are ready to ring and to pull that bell. It looks heavier than it seems. We've got it all decked up and we've got 4 hands ready to go. 12 seconds, 11, count with me, 10, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Congratulations, congratulations. Please do stay on stage, Mr. Puri. Mr. Chauhan would like to felicitate Mr. Puri. So if I could invite the team on stage. Thank you so much, everyone, and thank you for joining us for this milestone moment. We're here at the National Stock Exchange celebrating India Today at 50 and also Business Today's most powerful women and the most profitable women awards this December. We look forward to that unveiling and prize ceremony shortly. Thank you for joining us.